Hello everyone, my name is Vladislav Ryzhenkov, I am Russian and currently I live in New York. Welcome to my channel. I've created this channel in order to share some useful information with you, to give you some advice based on my own experience, and of course to discuss something interesting. And today I want to speak with you about propaganda, about fake news, about why it's so difficult to know where the truth is, why we see so different news, and who we need to trust to in this tough Ukrainian-Russian conflict. Before we start, please subscribe this channel, click on the bell icon and let's go. Unfortunately, more than 40 days we have to see how Ukrainian and Russian people kill each other. Many of them will never see their families again. Many of them will never be the same. Some of these people will be disabled. Some of these people will have mental problems and issues and nightmares till the end of their days. It's awful. It's very awful. Even though I'm Russian, I'm going to keep a neutral position. I will try to be objective. But it's pretty difficult to do, because nobody wants to be the evil. People from different countries are proud for their nationalities, and so do Ukrainian and Russian people. We all remember the World War II, when the Soviet Union lost more than 27 million of people. And we still have people that saw everything but their own eyes, the veterans. In this case, Russian people feel themselves like liberators of Europe from the fascism, and they can't recognize themselves like aggressors. But the tough truth is, the Russian military forces invaded Ukraine in 2022. How can we justify it? In no way. But our propaganda believes that fascism in Ukraine is reasonable enough to attack them. Russian oppositionists say that Verkhovna Rada of Ukraine doesn't have any far-right parties in its parliament, and the president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, is a Jew, and this is a reason why the Ukrainian government doesn't support any type of fascism or nazism in Ukraine. And this argument is very strong, but we still can't deny a presence of Nazism in Ukraine and actually some governmental support of it. You can pause this video and read a little bit. Do I think this reason is meaningful enough to attack another country, to start the operation of denazification? Hell no. Russia still have its own unsolved problems, too much problems that we need to focus on. And first of all, we need to help our own people in our country, and after to think about something else. But guys, let's speak a little bit about disinformation, about lies, and about the reasons why every separate side of the conflict represent the information with a very specific way. And it's actually very simple. Every side of the conflict pursue their own goals, and these goals can be different. Let's start with the Russian government. Even if we don't know the real reasons why the Russian government decided to attack Ukraine, we can assume it lies us in order to justify the invasion. Even if the Russian government and propaganda don't lie us, they represent the information with such a way that everyone will believe that Russian people suffer from Nazism in Ukraine and we must help them. I generally believe that the lies of Russian propaganda should be considered as a separate branch of art, because they do it so professionally, so I'm not surprised why people do believe them. And sometimes they say something crazy, like this news about birds that infect Russian people. Technically, I understand how birds may infect people, but I don't understand how this bird will recognize who is Russian, who is no. What if a bird infects a Ukrainian person who lives in Russia? It's pretty weird though. What about oppositionists? And I think both Ukrainian and Russian oppositionists pursue the same goals. They just don't like the government. And this is why we never see agreement between the oppositionists and the government, because it's their work. They always opposite of everything what the current government does or does not do. What about the Ukrainian government? It also lies. Yes, it does. Even on the very first day of the special military operation when Russian soldiers killed Ukrainian guardians on Zmyiny Island. Russia told they were not killed, they were captured, and nobody believed. The entire world thought Russia lies. And Zelensky posthumously awarded these 13 guardians for heroism. And can you imagine? 1 week later, the world suddenly recognized that all of these soldiers, Ukrainian guardians, they were not killed. Or let's remember this famous photo in Ukrainian Telegram channels where Ukrainian soldiers made letter Z out of Russian corpse. And they were spreading this news like the real one, but actually it's a fake that was created in Photoshop. You can even see the same objects on a picture that were copied many times. And these dead soldiers actually look more like mannequins than real people. So guys, let's think logically why Ukraine may lie us, or to represent this information with a very specific way to the world. It's very simple. Just because Ukraine is a victim. We can speak about Nazis that burned 48 people alive in Odessa Union building, or we can remember the Alley of Angels in Donbass. But the truth is, all of these awful things took place in Ukraine, and Ukraine didn't attack another country, bombing their buildings and destroying infrastructure. It may sound cynical, but it's profitable for Ukraine to be a victim now. Then worse Russia is, the more miserable Ukrainian people are. And it's not a big deal to exaggerate something a little bit if you can get weapon, better food, medicine, ammunition, money, and so on. You can hand out weapons to citizens of your country in order to protect the territory. And after, you can say the world that all of the corpses that world can see on the streets are a result of invaders' cruelty. And the world will believe you. But can you imagine the situation when the government of your country gives weapon to everyone who wants to get it? Do you really think these people will only kill invaders or enemies? I don't think so. I think they will take a chance, and so many offended people can live close to each other. Somebody fucked somebody's wife, somebody has stolen somebody's money, somebody deceived somebody else, somebody offended somebody's mother. And do you really think when there is a house in your country, nobody will take a chance to kill somebody with impunity and after say it was a result of invaders' cruelty? Think about this. The second reason why the Ukrainian government may lie us is more patriotic. If Ukrainian soldiers see how successfully they protect the Ukrainian territory from invaders, they will get more motivated to protect it and never give up. On the other hand, if Russian soldiers see how unsuccessfully this special military operation is, they will try to stop it sooner. And before we finish, let's think a little bit how we can get where the truth is. In a way, but we can approximately understand what's going on. But you need to be objective. It's pretty difficult to do, because people usually prefer listening those newsmakers that say something similar with your own understanding of the situation. On the other hand, if somebody says something opposite, you will think this news is a bullshit. This is why I say you try to be objective. Try to get the information from the different resources, even if you don't like it, even if I don't like to recognize that Russia invaded Ukraine. I just need to accept it. Thank you everybody for watching this video, I really appreciate it. I hope it was interesting and useful for you. If yes, please subscribe this channel, click on the bell icon, share this video with your friends, and I promise I will post something interesting on this channel. So, I'm finishing, see you later, bye!